behind it all. Today, 25, and news begins right now.
Now, the news with Steve McMurray.
And good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve McMurray. I'm in for Gary today.
I'm meteorologist James DeFazio, in for Eric.
And we've got a lot to get to this morning, so we want to get right to a check of the Storm Tracker 2 forecast. And already a little warmer this morning than it was 24 hours ago, and actually most of the day yesterday.
Yes, and we're going to feel a big difference as we head into the afternoon today. We're going to warm all the way up into the mid to upper 40s. We're right back into that mild weather. It's going to feel really good. We might even see a little bit of sunshine. It's going to feel really nice, and it's only going to get nicer as we head towards the weekend. So take a look at the weekend forecast. It's phenomenal. We actually are expecting partly to mostly cloudy skies. The day's going to start mostly cloudy. It's going to slowly increase throughout the day. Fortunately, though, it is going to be a dry day for Saturday. The parade looks fantastic. Showers and storms develop on Sunday, and we have to be mindful for the chance for heavy rain on Sunday. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet out there, and it's going to stay that way today. We're expecting very calm, dry weather. Downtown Utica, dry roadways, very partly cloudy sky there in the distance. Temperatures locally, as Steve mentioned, not too bad. We're pretty mild. We're at temperatures in the low 30s. Most of us above freezing in the Mohawk Valley. Currently 33 and cloudy in Rome. The wind is finally down where it belongs, below 10 miles per hour. We finally have beat the long duration wind that we had for several days. Today we warm up into the upper 40s, close to 50. It's going to be mostly cloudy for most of the day, but we do see some breaks of sun towards the later afternoon hours. But all in all, very, very nice day. We'll have more information coming up on how warm we're going to get. Steve?
All right, James, thanks. Utica City budget, one step.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. We're taking a look at conditions as you head out the door this morning, and it's going to be a little bit of a cloudy start, but it's going to end up being a very nice day. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is dry. We're not seeing any precipitation out there. Road conditions in great shape this morning. No issues to make you aware of. Even in Old Forge, we can see the pavement, which we haven't been able to say in quite some time. Currently, no issues being reported in regards to accidents on our Munson traffic flow. We'll make you aware if anything changes. Your drive times all look relatively normal so far this morning. Today, we're going to have mostly cloudy skies to begin the day, but that sun begins to peek out as we head towards the evening commute. We're actually tracking a very nice day today. It's going to warm all the way up into the upper 40s by later this afternoon. Coming up, we're going to have more information on how much cloud cover we're expecting for this upcoming lunar eclipse. Steve?
All right, thanks a lot, James.
Watch for the Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast and be ready for your drive to and from work. The Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast is brought to you by the Pratt Munson College of Art and Design. Visit Pratt Munson today and ignite curiosity and creativity.
Brain and Spine Neurosurgery, where Dr. Q cares about you.
The Cooperstown Camera is brought to you by Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Utica. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday morning. After a very chilly Wednesday where our temperatures were really locked into the 30s, we're going to see vast improvements today, and they're only going to continue as we approach the weekend. Take a look at downtown Utica right now. Very dark out there compared to what we were used to a week ago. Our sunrise has been pushed back quite a bit. We're not going to see the sunrise today until a little after 7:15. So it is going to we got to start getting used to these darker mornings, but we will. And fortunately, this time of the year, we gain daylight very quickly, so it'll start to improve. Warmer weather returns today. We're going to get up into the mid to upper 40s this afternoon. We're tracking the chance for thunderstorms and heavy rain on Sunday. That's the one thing in the forecast that is of the most interest right now. Cooler to begin next week for Monday, but again, like yesterday, it does not last. It's going. The warming trend returns quickly. Your Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet out there. We still have high pressure and control of our weather, and it's going to continue to keep us dry through the day today and into the day tomorrow. Currently 33 degrees with cloudy skies, up in Rome, and only an 8-mile-an-hour breeze out of the east. We finally have beaten those very gusty winds that we had for almost 5 consecutive days. Temperature-wise across the area, north of the valley and south of the valley, we are seeing some areas with pockets below freezing, so be careful this morning as it warms up. We are starting the day below freezing in some locations, especially areas that still have snowfall on the ground. Your radar and satellite picture, you can see we had that light snow work through early last evening. Now we're just dealing with some high cloud cover. We have some more dense cloud cover up north over Lake Ontario that's going to work its way in today for the morning hours. Mostly cloudy will become partly cloudy today, but take a look at this temperature trend as we approach the weekend. Upper 40s today, but then upper 50s Friday, mid 60s Saturday, upper 60s on Sunday. One cool day, and then the warming trend returns right again. So spring is working its way in. It seems to be winning the battle over winter all in all. It doesn't mean winter's completely said and done, but it's winning the battle right now. Those clouds decrease as the day progresses and we warm up rather steadily. By this afternoon, we're into the upper 40s to low 50s across the area. Tonight we clear out rather steadily. Mostly clear skies tonight, which is going to allow for a great chance to view that lunar eclipse. We're not expecting any issues in terms of cloud cover. Early Friday morning, when that eclipse is going to be coming through, basically the entirety of the viewing period for the eclipse, you're going to have a good chance to get out there if you're willing to get up that early. As we head into Friday, even nicer, more sunshine. We warm up rather steadily all the way up into all the way up into the upper 50s to low 60s. Some high clouds work in for Friday night, but it still gets very warm on Sunday despite the cloud cover. Your 7-day forecast, a fantastic forecast for the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Partly sunny skies, highs in the mid-50s in the morning. We're tracking that heavy rain with thunderstorms on Sunday. And then after a brief cool down on Monday for St. Patrick's Day, the warming trend returns. We climbed right back into the mid-50s and 60 by the middle of next week again.
We will take that. And the last time we were on this show together, which was a week ago today, we talked about the importance of a slow melt. And I think we've got that, right? There's no
it's so
rain.
funny. I was actually
Sunday's going to rain.
I was talking about it yesterday. We dodged. I mean, it was amazing because the snow melted without any rain falling, and the amount of snowpack that we lost yesterday was so impressive.
The day before, yeah.
That's what I meant. Yes, incredibly impressive. So we got very lucky.
So hopefully that pans out and have a quiet April, and Saturday looks fantastic. So that's great. All right, thanks a lot, James. Well, there's new fallout and the news rolls along right now.
Now, the news with Steve McMurray.
And good Thursday morning to you. Thank you for joining us this half hour. I'm Steve McMurray, in for Gary.
I'm meteorologist James Tavazio, in for Eric today.
So let's check the forecast to start this half hour. And again, we were talking earlier, it's already warmer right now than it pretty much did get most of the day yesterday, and pretty decent stretch coming up.
Yeah, for once, people aren't too mad at me out there.
Let's not get ahead of yourself.
Exactly. But no, a phenomenal stretch, and it's a dry stretch, but look at this weekend forecast. It is absolutely fantastic. Let's get right into it. If you take a look at Saturday, these clouds are going to increase throughout the day, but it's going to start partly sunny. We're going to see some breaks of sun in the morning hours. It's not going to be a completely dreary day. The clouds do increase ahead of that front that's going to arrive on Sunday, and we got to be mindful of the chance for some heavy rain on Sunday, when chance for showers and storms as that passes. But until then, we have a phenomenal stretch of weather. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is quiet, and it's going to stay that way for several days. We're experiencing an extended period of dry weather. Still very dark in downtown Utica. Partly cloudy skies out there this morning. Local temperatures some of us still below freezing, especially north and south of the valley. We're still seeing some pockets below freezing. We're going to warm up really quickly this morning once the sun rises, but if you're doing any early morning travel, be careful about the temperature before things do crack the freezing mark. 33 and cloudy up in Rome. The winds are finally down below 10 miles per hour. It's not going to be too breezy of a day today at all, only about 5 miles an hour, calm winds. Highs today are going to get all the way up into the upper 40s, almost to 50 degrees, mostly cloudy, but breaks of sun will occur. Coming up, we'll break down what you can expect coming up for how warm we're going to get, as well as some details on that lunar eclipse. Steve?
All right, James, thanks a lot. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast 10 minutes away.
Is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
The Cooperstown Camera is brought to you by Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Utica.
Welcome back and good morning. We're tracking some very nice weather. It's a chilly start today. We're starting off at 33 degrees in Rome. Cloudy skies still being reported. We're going to have cloudy skies through the morning hours today, and then things are going to become more partly cloudy as we head into the afternoon hours. We're tracking a couple of things right now. Warmer weather makes its return today, and it's going to stick around for several days into the weekend. Thunderstorms and heavy rain are possible on Sunday. That's our main focus of the forecast. We're really keeping an eye on that. And then cooler weather begins next week, but it doesn't last. That warming trend returns yet again. Current temperatures across the area, some of us still below freezing, so be careful across northern portions of the viewing area, as well as some of the more rural portions of the southern portions of the viewing area, such as Hessville coming in there at 29 degrees. Still some areas below freezing, so you're going to take a little bit to warm up, but it is going to warm up steadily into the upper 40s today, upper 50s Friday, and then into the 60s for this weekend. Again, we have that brief blip on Monday, but that warming trend returns right on its heels. Coming up, we'll have more information on what you can expect, how dry we're going to be, as well as that lunar eclipse forecast. Steve?
All right, James, thanks. Parade Week festivities continued in
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday morning. After a chilly Wednesday, it brought us back down to more wintry-like temperatures and temperatures locked into the 30s. We're going to see vast improvements today, and they're only going to continue as we head into the weekend. Let's get right into that forecast. Downtown Utica, still very dark out there with the later sunset, or excuse me, with the later sunrise, but partly cloudy skies in the distance, a little tough to see, but dry conditions out there, and dry conditions are going to continue through the day today and into tomorrow. Warmer weather makes its return today. Highs today all the way into the upper 40s, possibly even close to 50 degrees. Thunderstorms and heavy rain are possible on Sunday. It's the biggest thing that we are tracking in the 7-day forecast. And then cooler to begin next week. However, it doesn't last. We warm right back up yet again, similar to this previous day, one very cold day. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. All is quiet across the Yorkville Battery radar, and it's going to stay that way. Like I said, for about the next 72 hours, we're going to experience a nice stretch of calm, dry weather. 33 and cloudy up in Rome, only an 8-mile-an-hour breeze out of the east, and that's going to continue to stay much less than the wind that we saw last week. We're going to be looking at winds only 5 to 10 miles per hour today, no gusty winds. Temperatures across the area, North Country still below freezing, so be careful on anything that may have refroze overnight. Some of central New York has climbed above freezing, but not all of us. The Southern Valley is doing a little bit better. Everybody into the 30s, but again, we're going to rise up really quickly, but we're not quite above freezing across all of central New York just yet. Your radar and satellite pictures showing some of those light snow showers that moved through early last evening. Now we're just dealing with partly cloudy skies. We do have some cloud cover back to the west, which is going to work through for the morning hours. We're going to have a cloudy morning, but things are going to thin out as we head into the afternoon. Partly sunny by the afternoon. After upper 40s today for your Thursday, We climb into the upper 50s on Friday, mid 60s Saturday, upper 60s on Sunday. Cold front really brings us down for that one day, but mid 40s, it absolutely could be worse than that this time of year. Mid 40s on Monday, and then the warming trend returns right on its tail. We're right back into the mid 50s to upper 60s. Your skycast for today, those clouds begin to thin out as the day progresses. We warm up really nicely into the upper 40s to low 50s. Tonight, primarily clear. Fantastic viewing if you're looking to get out and take a peek at that lunar eclipse. We're going to have temperatures in the low 30s, clear skies, very, very good viewing weather for that. As we head into Friday, primarily a sunny day, a sunny start to the day especially. We're going to warm all the way up into the upper 50s. Some areas may approach 60 degrees as we even before we get into the weekend where it gets even warmer. Your 7-day forecast as we approach the weekend, the warming trend continues. We climb up into the mid 40s on Saturday. Your parade forecast looks like mid to upper 50s with partly sunny skies. Clouds increase Saturday into Sunday. Widespread rain on Sunday with the passage of a front. Got to be mindful for the chance for some heavy rain, maybe our first thunderstorms of the year.
All right, yeah, so a pretty decent 7-day. A little hiccup there Sunday, but again, overall.
And St. Patrick's Day, very similar to yesterday, that one cold day in the stretch of it all.
All right. Thanks a lot, James. Well, a developer
with Steve McMurray.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve McMurray in for Gary today.
Meteorologist James Fazio in for Eric.
And a lot to get to this morning, but we want to get right to a check of the Storm Tracker 2 forecast. And looks like the start of a pretty decent stretch here.
Yes, there's no signs of a long-lasting blast of winter anywhere in the long range right now. Doesn't mean that we're clear just yet, but our forecast looks very, very nice for this time of year. Let's get right into where we stand right now. It's a lot chillier right now than it's going to be for the remainder of the day. We still have temperatures, certain areas north and south of the valley still hanging on to sub-freezing temperatures. That's going to change drastically after the sun rises this morning. Temperatures are going to rise very quickly through the 30s. And as we head into the weekend, things are only going to get nicer for the first half of the weekend. We're going to be seeing partly to mostly cloudy skies on Sunday with temperatures into the mid-60s. Very nice temperature-wise on Sunday, but we are going to be dealing with a round of showers and storms. It is going to be somewhat of a wet second half of the weekend. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet out there, and it is going to stay that way almost all the way until Sunday. Downtown Utica, dry conditions. It was a dry evening. We're still seeing partly cloudy skies there in the distance. 32 and cloudy in Rome, 8-mile-an-hour breeze, and we're only expecting 5 to 10 mile per hour winds today. It's not going to be nearly as breezy as the weather we've been dealing with on and off over the past week. Highs today are going to be all the way into the upper 40s, possibly even low 50s for some of us in the southern tier. We're tracking those mostly cloudy skies becoming partly cloudy. We'll have more information on the temperatures in the forecast coming up, as well as what to expect for that lunar eclipse.
All right, thanks a lot, James. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. The Utica City budget is one step closer.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back and good morning. We're taking a look at conditions as you head out the door this morning on our Munson traffic flow and our commute cast. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is quiet, and it's going to stay that way. We're going to head into a very extended dry stretch of weather. It's looking to stay dry almost all the way until Sunday. Road conditions across the area, no issues to report. Dry conditions. We're not really seeing any ponding on the roadways. The one thing to make you aware of, if there is any water out there, there are areas such as Old Forge, 24 degrees, several areas still below freezing. So you're going to want to be careful for possibilities for ice. Looks like we just had an accident show up. I'll look into that right now. But other than what just appeared there, we had no issues reported up until a moment ago. But so no issues in terms of winter weather. Your drive times are all relatively around normal this morning. Your commute cast, mostly cloudy skies this morning. We start to see the sun as we head into the afternoon hours, a partly cloudy end to your day. All in all, not too bad in terms of travel at all today. But this morning, use caution until it gets above freezing. Steve?
All right, James, thanks. The lunar eclipse happening overnight into...
Well, your day. Watch for the Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast and be ready for your drive to and from work. The Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast is brought to you by the Pratt Munson College of Art and Design. Visit Pratt Munson today and ignite curiosity and creativity. Better service, better prices, and local company. It's Wheelock Disposal. The Cooperstown Camera is brought to you by Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Utica. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday morning. It's a chilly start to the day across Central New York, but fortunately those temperatures are not going to last. We're going to warm up pretty steadily throughout the day today and all the way up into the mid to upper 40s. Take a look at downtown Utica right now. Very dry, calm conditions, and that's going to be the story over the next several days. We're not expecting any big weather makers to work in over the next couple of days. Our next big system doesn't arrive until middle of the day on Sunday. Warm weather returns today. We'll climb back into the mid to upper 40s. Thunderstorms and heavy rain are possible Sunday with the passage of a cold front. This is our next big weather maker that we're tracking. And then it's cooler to begin next week. But again, similar to yesterday, it doesn't last. It's very short-lived. Your Euroflow Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet across central New York. These dry, calm conditions are going to continue through the day today. And eventually, by tonight, we're going to actually see some sunshine. 32 degrees and cloudy skies up in Rome. Still an 8-mile-an-hour breeze out of the east-southeast. 5 to 10 mile-per-hour winds today, but nothing substantial at all. Current local temperatures, though, north and south of the valley, we're still seeing areas that are dipping just below the freezing mark. So anything that went untreated last night that may have refroze will be slick out there. 24 in Inlet, 29 in Deansboro. Some of us in the valleys or across the Mohawk Valley hanging on to 33, 34 degrees, but as well across the southern tier, Oneonta below freezing, Cooperstown below freezing. So despite the fact that the temperatures are going to rise relatively quickly this morning once the sun rises, be careful until they do so. We had those light snow showers worked through early last evening. Now we just have some lingering high clouds. Back to the west across Lake Ontario, you can see some denser clouds, and those are going to be in our area for the morning hours. But as we head into the afternoon hours, they begin to thin out, and we have partly sunny skies. After upper 40s today for a high, tomorrow we jump another 10 degrees up to upper 50s, and then for the weekend we're into the mid 60s for Saturday and Sunday. That widespread rain and cold front knocks us down Sunday. Monday's highs only in the mid 40s, but again, it doesn't last. The warming trend returns back to the mid 50s by Tuesday, upper 50s to near 60 by Wednesday. Your skycast showing those clouds this morning. They begin to thin out as the day progresses, especially in the afternoon hours. It's going to help us really warm up. We warm right up into the upper 40s to low 50s. And then tonight, you see those clouds really fall apart. It's going to be a fantastic opportunity if you'd like to go out this morning and look at the lunar eclipse. We're looking at clear skies, temperatures in the low 30s. It's going to be a little bit chillier, and I want to bundle up, but it's going to be fantastic viewing opportunity in terms of cloud cover is not going to be at play. It's a great chance to get out if you're interested in checking out the total lunar eclipse. As we head into Friday, the sunny weather continues, and we warm up rather steadily yet again. We get all the way into the upper 40s early, and then by the afternoon hours, we're into the mid to upper 50s. It's just some high clouds later in the evening, but all in all, a beautiful day. As we head into the weekend, things continue to warm up. St. Patrick's Day Parade forecast looks fantastic. We're tracking temperatures in the upper 50s for the parade with partly sunny skies. Clouds increase throughout the day Saturday. That front arrives Sunday, bringing widespread rain, possibly some thunderstorms. And then we start another warming trend. A little chilly on St. Patrick's Day with highs in the mid-40s, but we climb right back up into the mid-50s the next day and 60 the day after that.
All right. Should be a good day Saturday. That seems to hold true.
Yes.
So we are going to...
No excuses.
Absolutely. Get out there, have some fun. Thanks a lot, James. Well, there is new fallout over the mass layoffs at the Department of Education.
With Steve McMurray.
And a good Thursday morning to you. Thank you for joining us this half hour. I'm Steve McMurray.
Meteorologist James DeFazio.
So let's start this half hour with a check of that Storm Tracker 2 forecast. And looks like a pretty decent stretch coming up, and maybe a little hiccup there at late part of the weekend. But fill us in what's going on.
It's a chilly start to the day, but it's not going to last. We're going to warm right up, and it's going to stay warm into the weekend. We're really entering a nice stretch of weather. Let's get right into where we stand right now. Current temperatures across the area, you wouldn't know it. It's very chilly out there, especially north of the valley. We're seeing temperatures across the North Country in the mid-20s. There's also cold pockets within the Mohawk Valley that are still below freezing. You're going to want to be careful this morning. These temperatures are going to rise relatively quickly today, and once they do, we're going to be well above freezing for the remainder of the day. Our weekend forecast looks very nice to begin. Second half of the weekend, a little bit wet. The first half of the weekend, though, partly sunny skies on Sunday, highs in the mid-60s. Mid-60s again for Sunday, but we're tracking the chance for widespread rainfall on Sunday with the chance for maybe our first thunderstorms of the season. Your Euroflow Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet out there, and it's going to stay that way for the next several days. Downtown Utica, you can see that sunrise beginning to poke through those partly cloudy skies. Dry conditions across the area, 32 degrees and cloudy. 8-mile-an-hour breeze currently out of the east-southeast. Winds will stay relatively calm today, 5 to 10 mile per hour winds. Today, mostly cloudy skies, but we do decrease in clouds as the day progresses. Highs are going to get all the way up into the all the way up into the upper 40s. Some areas are even going to get into the low 50s to the south of Utica. Coming up, we'll have more information on your lunar eclipse forecast, as well as what to expect as we head into the weekend. Steve?
All right, James, thanks. New this morning, President Trump.
By neurosurgery, Dr. Q cares about you.
The Cooperstown Camera is brought to you by Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Utica.
Welcome back and good Thursday morning. We're tracking improving weather today. It's a chilly start. We're around the freezing mark at 32 degrees in Rome. Only a light breeze, and it's going to stay that way. There'll be a very light breeze throughout the day today, nothing substantial. Warmer weather returns today. We're tracking our next weather maker to arrive on Sunday. Widespread thunderstorms and heavy rainfall on Sunday. And then cooler weather to begin next week, but it doesn't last. That warming trend returns relatively quickly. Only one really chilly day. Temperatures across the area, north and south of the valley, we're seeing some cold pockets. So until that sun rises and the temperatures begin to climb, be careful out there before things finally do crack that freezing mark. As we head into the rest of the week today, as we head into the rest of the week, we're going to see vast improvements. We get all the way into the upper 50s tomorrow, and then we're in the 60s for the weekend. Very, very warm weather. That brief blip on Monday before we begin to warm back up on Tuesday. We are tracking these temperatures that are going to slowly increase throughout the day today. We're going to come very close to 50 degrees before things peak. We'll have more information coming right up. Steve?
James, thanks. St. Patrick's Day Parade.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday morning. It's a very chilly start to the day today, but as the sun begins to rise, we're going to see vast improvements in the temperature today, and it's going to continue into the weekend. We're going to see very mild weather. Take a look at downtown Utica right now. It's absolutely beautiful. We can see that partly cloudy sky in the distance. The sun beginning to peek through, some purples and pinks even out there on the horizon. I think we're going to have a very picturesque sunrise this morning, a beautiful start to the day. Warmer weather makes its return today. We get all the way up into the mid to upper 40s, possibly even 50 degrees by this afternoon and evening. Thunderstorms and heavy rain are in the forecast for Sunday. Until then, it looks relatively calm and dry. And then it's going to be cooler to begin next week, but it does not last. It looks like one chilly day on Monday before the warming trend returns. Our Euroflow Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet across central New York, dry conditions, and like I said, that's going to continue for several more days. 32 degrees and cloudy up in Rome. Still an east-southeast wind at 8 miles per hour. Should die down a little bit today. We're expecting primarily 5 5-mile-per-hour winds today, nothing like we have been dealing with over the last week or so. Current temperatures across the area, some of us are still below freezing, so if you have a snowpack on the ground, there may be some slippery spots, especially north and south of the valley, hilltops especially. But fortunately, as the sun is rising right now, these temperatures are going to climb pretty quickly this morning. That light snow moved through late last evening, and this morning we're just dealing with some partly cloudy skies. Back over Lake Ontario, we can see a little bit denser cloud cover, and that's going to be working in for this morning. That's why today is going to be a mostly cloudy morning, a partly cloudy afternoon. The temperature trend, again, upper 40s today to near 50. Upper 50s tomorrow to near 60, and then we're in the 60s for Saturday and Sunday. Very, very warm weather, fantastic weather for the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Our cold spot on Monday after the wake of the cold front, after that rain moves through on Sunday, we cool all the way down to mid-40s for a high on Monday, but the trend returns. We're back into the mid-50s and then back all the way to near 60 by the middle of next week. Your Skycast for today, we start the day pretty cloudy. As the day progresses, those clouds thin out a little bit. We get all the way up into the upper 40s, some of us even into the low 50s, especially across southern portions of the area. Tonight, 3 a.m., that lunar eclipse. No cloud cover across central New York. Very rare for us to have such a great opportunity to get a viewing of this. It's going to be a great chance to get out, and you'll have nothing obstructing your view of the moon. If you might want to bundle up because it is going to be in the low 30s, but it's a fantastic opportunity to get out and watch that. And then as we head into into later on Friday, it warms up even further, all the way up into the upper 50s. Your 7-day forecast, a very good one, with the exception of Sunday's widespread rain and possibly our first round of thunderstorms. Very, very nice weather. We're looking at partly sunny skies for the parade, probably between 50 to 60 for temperatures during the parade, the beginning of the parade, low 50s. By the end of the parade, we're probably up into the upper 50s. Again, that washout on Sunday, and then we start another warming trend. So it looks like spring is winning the battle for the most part right now.
Yes.
So.
Now, we've had snow on Mother's Day before, but we're not going to go there.
Exactly.
We're going to take what we can get.
Don't remind us.
Exactly. Thanks, James. A developer with their hands in several projects.
With Gary Liberatore.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. We'll get to those stories in just a minute. First, the real high headline, another precipitation-free day in central New York. Something we don't often see, but we will take it. But how long will it last? And for the answer, we're going to head straight to Ozzy, who's in for Eric this noon. And
Doesn't feel like March.
it does not feel like March.
We'll take it.
We will take it. This morning we sat here and said it was already warmer at 6 o'clock this morning than it was pretty much all day yesterday.
Yep.
What's up next?
It's going to continue to get warm. We're in the warming trend. Again, the Europhil drop the radar is going to be quiet. We're not expecting any precipitation until Sunday, so it's going to be an extended period of time. And with this clear weather, we have the International Space Station flyby tonight. It's going to be passing at 8:39 p.m. It's going to be a great opportunity for viewing just because we are expecting completely clear skies. There's also the lunar eclipse tonight, which occurs in the early morning hours. It begins at 1:09 a.m., continues until about 2:26 a.m. So if you're interested in staying out, there's quite a few things to observe out there. We got that warm air beginning to work in the western portions of the viewing area into the mid-40s. To the east, a little bit cooler, still in the lower 40s. Things will improve, though, as the day progresses. Partly cloudy skies and dry in downtown Utica. 43 degrees with sunshine, an east wind at 9 miles per hour, not too breezy at all. Highs today going to be in the upper 40s to near 50. We're tracking those partly cloudy skies to develop. Coming up, we'll let you know just how warm we're going to get this weekend. Steve?
All right, James, thanks. And a little breaking news note for you.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday afternoon. After a very chilly start to the morning, we have rebounded quite nicely. Temperatures have increased to near 40 degrees, and we're going to see highs in the upper 40s to near 50 before the time all is said and done today. Your weekend forecast, though, it just keeps getting better. As we head into Saturday, we're into the mid-60s for highs, partly sunny skies for the parade. Clouds increase as the day progresses. A front arrives on Sunday. We're still going to be very warm, highs in the mid to upper 60s, but widespread showers and storms develop on Sunday, and that's our next chance for significant precipitation. Downtown Utica, dry, partly cloudy skies, a very beautiful day out there. Warmer weather returned today, and it's going to be around into the weekend. Thunderstorms and heavy rain, very possible on Sunday. It's a matter of how heavy it's going to be. That's what we're tracking the closest. And then it's cooler to begin next week, but it does not last. It's very short-lived. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet. Going to stay that way until about Saturday evening, late Saturday evening, early Sunday morning. 43 degrees at Rome with sunny skies being reported. We're going to see plenty of sunshine on and off this afternoon. Just a light breeze at 9 miles per hour, and the breeze should stay light today. Take a look at these temperatures off to the south and west. We got 50s in Syracuse, 55 down in Dansville where there's no snow on the ground. Don't think we're going to get quite that warm, but we are going to get into at least the upper 40s today. We're already up to 43 in Rome. Things are only going to continue to climb up as the day progresses. A couple of high clouds off to the north, but they're not very thick, so we're still going to be seeing that faded sunshine on and off as the day progresses. Our temperature trend, incredibly warm as we continue. Upper 40s today, upper 50s Friday, into the 60s through the weekend. That cold front arrives, knocks us down on Monday, highs in the mid-40s, but 45 for March, really not too bad, and the warming trend returns right on its heels, back to mid-50s Tuesday, near 60 degrees again by the middle of next week. Your skycast for today, that partly cloudy skies remain. However, we do get breaks of sun as the day progresses, and we warm right up into the upper 40s to low 50s. Tonight, for that eclipse viewing, phenomenal opportunity to view. There's almost no clouds in the sky at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be a tad chilly, though. You're going to want to dress warm if you're going out to look. Lows tonight in the upper 20s to low 30s. As we head into Friday, ample sunshine and even warmer. We climb all the way into the upper 50s to near 60, and it's just fantastic March weather. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast. As we progress, we continue to warm up. About 10 degrees warmer tomorrow than it is today, about 10 degrees warmer Friday, about 10 degrees warmer Friday than Thursday. Your St. Patrick's Day parade forecast looking fantastic, mid to upper 50s in the morning for the parade with partly sunny skies. Windy with widespread rain on Sunday, and then we start a new warming trend all over again. A little bit of a pot of gold is going to bring us another warming trend. But right now, summer is beating winter.
Yeah, I think, well, spring is here. We got to, and the positives we talked about this morning, the slow melt. I think that's music to everybody's ears. I think there's always going to be some melt issues, but the slower the melt we have, the better off we're going to be.
It's truly incredible with the amount of snow that we had on the ground to have made it to where we're at.
This far, yeah, you're right. All right, thanks a lot, James. Looking good for St. Patrick's Day parade. I'll take a look at the first look at the forecast in this half hour and head back to James for that. Looking like an A-OK day out there.
Absolutely. Sunny skies, clear weather, and it's going to be a great opportunity to view some of the things in the night sky tonight. Excuse me. We have the chance to. We deal with clouds way too often here in central New York. If you you know that it's ruined many opportunities to see the northern lights. That's not going to happen tonight. We're going to have clear skies. It's going to be very nice. The International Space Station passes at 8:39 p.m. It's going to be visible for a full 3.5 minutes, and it's a high passage, so it'll be a very, very picturesque passage. We also have that total lunar eclipse, which peaks at 2:26 a.m. tomorrow morning. And again, those clear skies are really going to allow for phenomenal viewing. If you'd like to dress warm and go out, it's a great opportunity to view an eclipse. We have the warm air working in from the west. Hasn't quite gotten to the eastern portions of the viewing area yet, but you can see what's on the horizon for us. Upper 40s to near 50 degrees expected today. Dry conditions downtown Utica. Faded sunshine out in the distance. That's going to be around for the rest of the day today. 43 and sunny up in Rome. Only a light breeze today of 5 to 10 miles per hour. Highs today going to be in the upper 40s. Some of us are even going to crack 50 degrees. Partly cloudy skies are going to continue tonight. Coming up, we'll take a look at how warm we're going to get this weekend, as well as what to expect on the horizon after that. Steve?
All right, thanks a lot, James. Looks like the weather is going to be cooperating.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday afternoon. After a chilly start to our morning with temperatures in the 30s, we've really rebounded nicely and we're already into the low 40s, and we're going to continue to climb as we head into the afternoon. And in terms of continuing to climb, our temperature trend is going to continue to climb as we approach the weekend. By the time we get to Saturday, we're looking at highs in the mid 60s, highs in the mid to upper 60s on Sunday as well, but we are tracking the chance for widespread rainfall and possibly our first thunderstorms of the season. Saturday, though, looking partly sunny in the morning, turning mostly cloudy later in the day. All in all, a very good start to the weekend. Downtown Utica, dry, calm, some faded sunshine out there, partly cloudy skies, and that's going to continue, as is the warmer weather. The warmer weather has finally returned, and it's going to be around for quite a bit. Thunderstorms and heavy rain are possible Sunday. We're going to be keeping an eye on just how heavy that rain is, just in case we do have any flood issues. Nothing expected at this time. And then it's cooler to begin next week, but it does not last. It's very short-lived. Your York Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, calm and dry, and it's going to stay that way until that system arrives Sunday. 43 degrees with sunny skies up in Rome, just a light breeze at 9 miles per hour, and that light breeze is going to continue. We're not expecting any gusty winds, only a 5 to 10 mile per hour breeze. Take a look at some of these stations across the state right now. So much sunshine being reported, and in central New York, we're still in the mid to upper 40s, but back to the west, and this air is going to continue to work in, 50 degrees in Syracuse, and we're really going to get close to that today. If not at 50, we're really going to get just as close we can get. I'm thinking 49 degrees for a high in Rome and Utica. Plenty of high clouds, but they're not thick out there. So even though there is some cloud cover, it's enough for sunshine to peek through. So it's enough to make it partly cloudy. And that temperature trend, again, we warm right up through the weekend. That cold front knocks us down Monday, but mid 40s for March, not too bad, all things considered. And then we warm right back up as we head back into the middle of next week. By the middle of next week, we're right back to 60 degrees. The sunshine today faded through the clouds, but it does exist and warms up right into the upper 40s to low 50s. Tonight, for that eclipse and the space station viewing, no clouds to be found. It is going to be chilly, so dress warm if you're going out, but a fantastic opportunity to get out and look up to the sky. It warms up very quickly tomorrow, yet again on Friday, because we're going to have plenty of sunshine, and as we get into the later afternoon hours, it climbs all the way up into the upper 50s, even 60s across the southern tier. Your 7-day forecast, a very nice one. Your St. Patrick's Day forecast looks spectacular. Mid to upper 50s for the parade in the morning with partly sunny skies. Clouds increase throughout the day. Widespread rainfall on Sunday with wind, but we stay warm. Minor cool down as we head into St. Patrick's Day on Monday, but short-lived, and all in all, mid-40s for March. We could do worse.
No doubt, no doubt. Spring holding on and or making its presence felt. We'll see. Hopefully winter has made its gracious exit. We'll see. All right. Thanks a lot, James.
With Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Another nice day today, warmer and lots of sunshine. We're going to get a couple of days like this. Tomorrow should be a really, really nice day. We're already 51 degrees, and I think tomorrow we'll hit 60. Plenty of sunshine, very dry air in place, and we do have a light breeze out there. Clear skies in place, and that also means we're going to be able to see tonight's lunar eclipse. This will be taking place at 3 o'clock in the morning, where the Earth's shadow is expected to cover the moon. It is a full moon tonight, but again, we'll have that lunar eclipse taking place overnight. Should be able to see that across central New York. Warm weather on the way for the weekend. We do have some heavy rain in the forecast, possible late Sunday, maybe even a few thunderstorms as a strong cold front arrives. Mostly sunny this evening, temperatures in the upper 40s. Again, tracking some lovely weather as we head into the weekend. Going to look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
President Trump is threatening to impose even.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We are tracking warmer weather as we head into the weekend. Spring is coming back in full force for a couple of days. And again, if you've been stuck indoors and haven't been able to enjoy the weather, you got a little bit of time this evening. It has warmed up. We're up to 51 degrees in downtown Utica. Some high clouds are approaching from the north. The clouds will thin out tonight, and we should see lots of sunshine heading into tomorrow. It is dry. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Clear skies expected for tonight's total lunar eclipse. This happens between 1 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the morning, but the best time to see this would be 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the maximum eclipse. Really anytime between 2:30 to 3:30 in the morning is when the eclipse happens, but the moon will be darkest around 3 o'clock in the morning. Also, will have a little bit of a red tint to it as well. I hope you get a chance to get out and see it. If not, if you don't want to get up in the morning or stay up late, you can always check out the International Space Station. That flies by at 8:39 this evening, visible for 3.5 minutes, which means it should disappear in the night sky behind Earth's shadow. It makes a very high pass, almost directly overhead. And again, skies are looking clear tonight for both of those things to watch in the night sky. St. Patrick's Day Parade, it's going to be a little chilly in the morning. I know we've been talking about a beautiful warm afternoon, but 9 o'clock in the morning, we're in the 40s. We'll have a wind out there, so you still want to grab a jacket if you're heading out to this. But again, it is looking dry, and all things considered, it looks to be a very, very nice day for a parade. The weather's looking very, very nice for this time of the year. Temperatures looking nice today. Westmoreland 53 degrees, Little Falls 51. Across the southern valleys, Cooperstown 55, Oneonta 52, Unadilla 54. Where there's still a snowpack, temperatures are still in the 40s. You can kind of see how the snow keeps temperatures cooler on a day like today. Bigger picture shows pretty quiet weather for the short term. We've got a south wind that's going to be taking over, allowing temperatures to warm up. We'll fall below freezing tonight. Temperatures into the upper 20s to low 30s. Clear skies expected. Plenty of sunshine tomorrow. Beautiful day. We'll make a run towards 60 degrees. Skies look to remain mostly clear tomorrow night. And then on Saturday, again, we're looking at sunshine in the morning, giving way to some clouds in the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the upper, mid-60s. Looks a little bit warmer on Sunday. Mostly clear tonight, low of 30. Tomorrow, sunny skies, 61 for the high. A beautiful early spring day. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Looking at some showers, some thunderstorms here Sunday, 67. That's going to be followed by cooler weather on Monday, 44. Temperatures in the 50s on Tuesday, up to 65. And I just realized something missing on the 7-day.
Oh, wait, let me look.
Oh, wait a minute.
Thursday.
First day of spring?
First day of spring.
day of
I'll fix that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll hold you to it. The measles outbreak continues to spread.
Temperature, and that's what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, it's that frost-thaw cycle. We get that this time of the year. The next couple of days, we're actually going to be on the warmer side. We'll actually be above freezing a few days this week, so that won't be happening. 61 degrees for the high tomorrow, 64 Saturday, 67 on Sunday. I know heat waves are not a thing in March, but if there ever was one, this is what it would look like. Our average high is only in the low 40s this time of the year, so we're going to be much, much warmer than that. And that's a big break from the colder than average weather we've been getting for most of the winter. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet across the region. Skies will remain clear as we head into this evening, and temperatures will be in the 40s. Actually, it looks like a nice evening to take the dog out for a walk. We get daylight till a little past 7 these days. Tonight's featured dog, Hadley from Marcy. If you want to be part of this, go to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. We're tracking those warmer temperatures over the weekend. Look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Continuing coverage on efforts to get the B-52 bomber moved back onto its pedestal in Rome. It was knocked off its bird extensive.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Another beautiful day. Some high clouds starting to filter in, bringing faded sunshine to this afternoon. A temperature, though, of 50 degrees for most areas. Currently 52 in Oneonta. Those high clouds will start to thin out tonight as high pressure returns. And tomorrow is looking to be an absolutely beautiful day. It's going to be even warmer than today. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, all is quiet across the region. Tonight, with clear skies in place, we should have great viewing for a total lunar eclipse. The best time to watch this, if you don't want to stay up, set your alarm for 3 o'clock. That's the maximum eclipse time, and it'll be around for a couple of hours. But again, the best time to see it would be 3 o'clock in the morning. If you are up before 4, the eclipse will be continuing, and again, we're expecting clear skies. If you don't want to stay up late, if you don't want to wake up early, but you want to watch something in the sky, how about the International Space Station? 8:39 is tonight's flyby, 80 degrees above the horizon. That means it's almost directly overhead, and this should disappear in Earth's shadow. So that should be pretty neat to watch. Skywatchers checking in. Whitesboro, 50 degrees. Barneveld, 44. Cassville, Helen with 52 degrees. Jeff and Mohawk, 52, Westford 51, Worcester, Carroll with 55. Weather stays pretty quiet for the short term. We've got a south wind that's going to be taking over. That's going to bring temperatures into the 60s as we head into the weekend. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight, clear skies. Overnight lows drop into the low 30s. So we do fall below freezing to start out tomorrow morning. It's a sunny day. It looks absolutely beautiful. It's going to warm up. We'll be close to 50 degrees at lunchtime, and then we'll be at near 60 degrees tomorrow afternoon, so noticeably warmer than even today. And again, we're expecting lots of sunshine. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows will drop down into the 30s. Saturday morning for the St. Patrick's Day Parade, 8 o'clock in the morning, temperatures will be in the 30s. So it is going to be a chilly start, but we do warm up. Keep a jacket handy, though. By 10 o'clock in the morning, where the parade kicks off, temperatures will be in the mid-40s. We do climb into the 60s as we head into Saturday afternoon with partly sunny skies. Mostly clear tonight, low temperature of 30 degrees. Tomorrow, beautiful afternoon, mostly sunny, 61 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Looking at windy weather with showers and storms on Sunday, especially later in the day. Could be talking about some locally heavy rain. We'll keep you posted on that. Does get cooler for St. Patrick's Day, which is Monday, 44. The weather warms up. We're in the 50s Tuesday into the mid-60s Wednesday. First day of spring. Partly sunny, chance of a rain shower. High temperatures in the mid-50s. We'll be right back.
That's with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Can't wait for tomorrow. I know we're talking about this, but tomorrow's going to be warm and spring-like again.
Tomorrow is also the lunar eclipse, technically.
Technically, you were correct. And there's a full moon out there tonight for sure.
Yeah, this full moon is going to become covered by Earth's shadow. We have it already visible in many areas behind some high clouds tonight. The lunar eclipse takes place during the early morning hours of tomorrow morning. So between about 1:30 to 3 o'clock in the morning is when the shadow will become darker and darker over the moon. Maximum of eclipse is 3 o'clock in the morning. We should have great viewing of this throughout the entire event. So if you want to set your alarm or stay up late or maybe get up early, there are opportunities to do that. And again, we've got about a 3.5-hour window where that eclipse is going to be taking place. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet. Temperature of 42 degrees, clear skies. We'll drop down to 30 under mostly clear skies tonight. We've got a couple of very warm days ahead for March. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason back.
All right, Bill, thank you. Now, tonight's lunar eclipse, there's going to be a party of sorts. Let's call it an intimate get-together. It'll be at Hamilton College, starting at 1 a.m. at Peters Observatory, with a total lunar eclipse. Should happen about 2:26 a.m. They plan to have a lot of telescopes set up. Unlike a total solar eclipse, this event does not require special eyewear. Waterville is getting...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look at downtown Utica. Some high clouds out there. Otherwise, a pretty quiet night. We're cooling off. We're down to 42 degrees. We hit 50 earlier today. Very spring-like. If you liked today, you're going to love tomorrow. We've got more sunshine and even warmer temperatures on the way. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet across the region. Parade forecast for Saturday. For those of you heading out to the St. Patrick's Day Parade, looks like a nice day, but just note that it's going to be cooler in the morning. Temperatures will be in the 40s. So for parade time, dress nice and warm. At least have a light jacket. There's going to be a wind It does warm up. It will be a nice afternoon, but again, the morning time will be on the cooler side. It does look dry. Look at these temperatures for the weekend. This would be the equivalent of a heat wave in March. If there was ever such a thing, this is what it would look like. We're looking at temperatures that are 20 degrees above average, easily, over the next 3 days. We're typically in the 40s, and a lot of times, at least in mid-March, we can often have snow, but this is going to be very spring-like here as we head into the weekend. Bigger picture, pretty quiet weather. Again, some high clouds spilling in from the north. These are thinning out, and we will see plenty of sunshine heading into tomorrow. It's chilly tonight. We're down into the low 30s to upper 20s, but we rebound nicely tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will climb to near 60 degrees. Tomorrow night, skies remain mostly clear. Overnight lows will drop into the 30s. Parade time looks dry Saturday, but again, we start out with temperatures in the 40s, a little bit of a breeze. We'll climb into the 60s in the afternoon. We are going to be tracking an end to this warmer weather beginning late Sunday. Mostly clear tonight, low temperature of 30. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, beautiful, a high of 61. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. It does cool down starting Monday, but it doesn't cool down for very long. We're 44 degrees, and then we're back into the 50s Tuesday, mid-60s Wednesday, sunshine, first day of spring, still warmer than average, highs in the 50s, some light showers, which is pretty incredible after the winter that we've had. March has been very kind so far.
So far, so good. And what is the average temperature for this time of year?
Usually by this time, we're in the low 40s.
So to see 50s and 60s is like, wow.
It's a lot warmer. Something we haven't been used to.
And the up and down temperatures, guess what that happens? Yeah, potholes. We've entered the pothole. First look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Full moon tonight.
Yeah.
Full blood moon, right?
This will turn red tonight. Yeah, we've got the full moon out, some high clouds. You can see a couple of contrails in this picture too. We should have a really great view of this lunar eclipse that's going to be taking place in a few hours. Either if you stay up late tonight, or maybe set your alarm, 3 o'clock is the time to do it. That's the best time to see the darkest and reddest moon. Remember, a lunar eclipse happens when the Earth's shadow is cast on the moon. You don't need any special equipment to see this. This is looking great weather-wise. We're looking at mostly clear skies throughout the night. And that's something you can't always take for granted this time of the year. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It is looking quiet. Tonight, temperatures are cooling off. We're sitting at 39 degrees, clear skies. We'll drop into the low 30s tonight. It is looking mostly clear. We've got a warm, very spring-like weekend ahead. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill, a reminder with tonight's lunar eclipse, a party of sorts. We can call it an intimate get-together. It's at Hamilton College at 1 a.m. at Peters Observatory. The total lunar eclipse should happen at about 2:26 a.m. They plan to have a lot of telescopes set up. Unlike a total solar eclipse, this celestial event does not require special eyewear. Waterville is getting
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Turning out to be a nice night. Temperatures today hit 50 degrees. It's cooling off. We're in the 30s. So live looking downtown Utica. We've got the full moon out, some high clouds. Things look pretty quiet. Again, this is the radar being in clear air mode. We are looking at dry conditions tonight. Parade forecast. Saturday morning, if you're heading to the St. Patrick's Day parade, it is going to be a little bit chilly in the morning. We're in the 40s and we have a wind, so you might want to grab a jacket or a long sleeve shirt or a sweatshirt. By the afternoon, it does warm up. We are looking at dry weather, but again, a little bit on the cool side in the morning. Look at this stretch of weather heading into the weekend. We're going to be in the 60s for 3 days in a row. For mid-March, that's what we would consider a heat wave, or as close to a heat wave as you could get, if that was possible for the month of March. These are temperatures that are 20 degrees above average. Our next chance of widespread rain is Sunday afternoon. Looking pretty quiet out there. These high clouds are starting to pass through, and they'll move to the south and east. So it does look clear, and looking at lots of sunshine as we head into tomorrow. Clear skies, great view of the lunar eclipse tonight. Temperatures will drop into the upper 20s to low 30s. Lots of sunshine tomorrow, beautiful day. Temperatures will climb to near 60 degrees. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. Saturday, partly sunny. We start out into the upper 30s in the morning, but by 10 a.m. parade time, we're in the 40s. We'll climb into the 60s in the afternoon. Again, the weather looks to be very warm over the weekend, with rain returning late Sunday. Mostly clear tonight, low of 30. Tomorrow, a beautiful day. Lots of sunshine. High temperature of 60 degrees after a cool start. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Things change next week temporarily. That cold front Sunday produces widespread wind, rain, and even a few thunderstorms. We're into the 40s on St. Patrick's Day, but then things change again. We're in the 50s Tuesday, lots of sunshine, mid-60s on Wednesday, first day of spring. High temperatures in the mid-50s with a few showers. We'll be right back.